But what we're working on now, let me climb up on this ladder, I'll show you. What I'm working on now. This is the roof to my little lean-to deal over here. And as you can see, there's a gap down through there. Oh, go away, B. But there's a gap down through there. Water has still been getting in, and after it goes in, it sits at the bottom of the wall and kind of seeps in. So you can see some right in there. It rained a lot yesterday. So that's what all that's about. But as you can see, the white and the blue there, the angled pieces, those are these corner pieces like this. I have a bunch extra, and not even counting the ones out there, here's like 4 or 5 right here. So what my plan is, it'll go up there, it'll sit up there like crack. I'm just showing, I just went in that angle there like that. I'm gonna leave this angled piece here for the downpour. We're gonna cut this about halfway up. That way it's like, I got what, 2 or 3, probably 2 or 3 inches there. That'll be up in the wall, because I'm gonna go down through there. I'm gonna go down through that with a cutting disc and cut me a slit down through there. And after I cut that piece off, the top of that off, I'm hoping that I can shove that up in there. That way it'll be behind the wall. That way whatever comes down the wall will get on this piece and flow off the roof instead of going in the lean-to. And seeing how the lean-to is already done, other than this, I think we're gonna start on the lean-to doing this. And then, I don't know, hopefully I can get the one on the lean-to done today. I got a doctor's appointment later, and shortly after that we got ball games. So hopefully I can get at least, it would be nice to get the lean-to piece done today, but I just don't know. I'm a little iffy about climbing up there on that roof, on them panels also. I mean, they're plastic. I don't really want to bust them, but you know. And your boy ain't light, so. Plus, it is freaking humid. Like I said, it rained like crazy yesterday. The sun is out with a vengeance today, so it is humid in North Alabama, and it is rough. Then got me broke down to sleeveless shirts, and I ain't even in the shape to be wearing sleeveless shirts. That's what kind of rough it is right now. Ain't nobody trying to see all this. But I'm about to trim down. I'm about to trim down one of these pieces, and then get back up there and see if I think that's gonna work. And if I'm hopeful enough, I'll get my angle cutter up there, side grinder with the disc, whatever you want to call it. People call them different names. But my death wheel, I'll get up there with it, and I don't know, I guess just wing it and ding it like we usually do, and hope and pray it works. So. Alright, so there's my piece. I got a couple inches there. I'll have it, you know, if I can maneuver this thing one-handed. There we go. But, almost right at the corner. But have me a slit right about there, all the way down. Then hopefully I can fish this up under the edge of it, throw some screws in it, holding it here, and I'll throw a couple down through here, holding it, and be something like that. That way then the water will come down And it won't go down here since this will be under this metal. It'll hit this and come out this way. So that's the plan. Cross your fingers, and I guess let's hope it works. So we'll see. So what's up, and welcome back to Nighttime Building. I'm your host, Jacob. Anyways, I forgot to do an intro, but as you seen, I was cutting the metal strips that used to be the corner pieces for the metal siding and everything. I was gonna cut them as I showed you, and hopefully cut a slit across the top of the carport and across the top of the lean-to over here. Slide that lip up in there, throw some screws in it, hopefully rain come down, hit that, go off my roof, instead of come right between the lean-to and the shop, or right between the carport and the shop and flooding the shop, like it's been doing every day since the shop's been up, or well, every time it rains. Well, I went to work that night after cutting those and was like, that's not gonna work. We spray foamed the shop. I cut that slit across through there. There ain't nothing going up in there because the thing's spray foamed, and that foam filled that cavity, I guess you would say. There ain't no way I'm sliding that up in there, okay? It's just probably not happening. So we're gonna have to, luckily, the clear PVC roofing, it cuts very easily. It can crack too though if you get a little too crazy, but it cuts pretty easily. So if I can figure out a way to go across through there and get because you know the corrugated, and mark that on my clear panels. Sorry, the wind's about to be rough. It's like 14 mile an hour today. 70 degrees, but 15 mile an hour winds, you know. So, you know, you got the corrugated. If I could figure out exactly how I needed to cut that to get that close, and then fill the rest of the gap with caulking, sealant, whatever you want to say, then we might be in business. But at the moment, that is my predicament. So, we gotta figure that out. And we gotta get this done because I need some power up in here. That way I can start doing some vehicle stuff. I'm tired of working on the shop. So, we gotta figure something out. And when we figure it out, so we can do it on the panels. Sorry, I know I'm rambling. But when we figure it out, we can do it on these panels. We ain't even started those panels, but I'll still have to go back and cut smaller pieces and do that too, and do it over here on the lean-to. So, whatever, man. We just need to figure something out. Sorry about the rambling. All right, so sorry about that rambling. I had to take a few minutes after that to finish up uploading that last video. So we're not gonna worry about the getting the corrugated or getting the ones up next to the metal and them cuts today, because I mean we got this outer layer or this outer strip we gotta put on first anyways. So I think today we're gonna worry about getting these 12-foot pieces on up across, all the way across. Hopefully have enough time to get them up. And then depending on the weather, I guess tomorrow we might try to start on them other ones there and figure out our cuts and everything on getting that up. But looks like today we're just gonna be messing with these 12-foot pieces, throwing them up, and obviously we'll have to worry about them cuts tomorrow. So I guess let's shut up and put some pieces up. Well, I don't know if you could tell from that very short time lapse there, but this wind is not good for putting up any roof panels like that. Completely twisting that 12-foot long panel in my dadgum hands. I could hear it popping and stuff from it twisting it, and I barely could hang on to it. So I threw it mow back on the trailer and threw some bricks on it, and I guess we'll try again tomorrow if the wind ain't acting crazy. We'll catch y'all then. What's up and good morning. We're back. Well, not really morning. It's like 12. It's a little afternoon. It's morning for me because I'm on night shift this week. But you seen the last couple clips, then tried to get the roofing up yesterday. didn't work out too well. Wind was blowing like crazy, twisting it up. I heard it popping and everything. That stuff ain't cheap. I didn't want it to break, snap, whatever, and cause it not to be able to be used. And also, there's a couple times it kind of casted away in the wind, and I thought I was gonna be taken away like a dadgum kite or something. It was pretty ridiculous. All right, well, I had a, a little unexpected company during that last stretch there, but we finally got, you can't even tell. Oh, there you go, you see some ridges. We finally got all 40 foot wide of the 12-foot pieces up. It's, you know, it looks okay. I'm no professional, so don't be expecting no professional job. But she's most of the way covered. We do have this other few feet from right there to the building to finish, but I've got like another 20 pieces of the 8-foot long, which is plenty enough for that. So and I also have one piece left of the 16-foot, or the 12-foot, my bad. So we'll end up using all of it though. I'll use what I can after I get I can do a couple pieces before I have to worry about cutting the ridges over here, because that spot there. But we can do a couple pieces there, whatever, and then we'll have to start worrying about cutting the ridges, get as close as we can, and silicone, caulk, whatever. And honestly, it'll be best to do it as we go, because after I get all that up there, I ain't gonna be able to get my big butt up there without breaking something. It or me, one of the two. So, but yeah, the unexpected company during that time lapse, he was stopping to ask about the old International dump truck that I'd recently got. I'm not planning on using the dump bed. Honestly, I was just mostly gonna use the cab of it, And he's asking about the dump bed and possibly the wheels and tires and stuff off of it too. Luckily, he don't have to have it no time real soon because I wasn't planning on messing with that no time real soon. But he gets that dump bed, it'll get that out of my way. That way I can get that cab off there at some point. So win-win, a little cash in the pocket, and that works for me. But with that being said, I've got to get ready to go to work. It is that time. He delayed me just a little bit. He liked chit chat. That's cool. Whatever. But finally get that last piece up after he got gone, and now I gotta go get ready for work. So we'll catch y'all hopefully tomorrow. What's up? How's it going? How's your mama and them? It's another day. Well, yesterday, a few seconds ago, you seen we got these 20 sheets of 12-foot roofing on there. Today we're gonna try to go back on. See, this end's like right there. We'll see what we can do. There's gonna be a whole lot of cutting, so I really don't expect to get this done today. So, unfortunately, I think it's supposed to rain tonight, or start raining tonight. I would love to get this done today. I just don't see it happening. Excuse me. Let's see. I need to measure. Let's see. All right. So we need to measure from the end of these panels to the building where it's going to meet. I'm going to do a little extra because it needs at least a few inches of overhang. But then, see, the first two panels, I should be all right. But then I think on that third one is when I'm gonna have to start figuring out all them daggum cuts. And that's gonna suck. So, I've been dreading this part, but let's get to it, I guess. All right, so just jumped up there and measured. From the end of this to the building is like 4'5", something like that. I went ahead and just stretched it out to 5 foot. That'd be overlapping this by at least 4 or 5 inches. That ought to be good. And like I said, the first two panels I should be able to get by with. On that second one, I might have to cut a little bit off the corner of it, but I'm not exactly sure until I get them up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut 2 5-foot pieces. We'll slap them up there and go from there. All right, so get them to get the cuts or the lines that I need drawn for my cuts. I'm gonna have to, I guess, cut a piece, maybe a little long, go up there and figure out a way of basing off of, like, run something along there that sticks out on the piece that I'm trying to get the lines on. This is my contraption. A little wood dowel here with a pin zip tied to it, okay? We're gonna see how it works. And my idea is this. We'll just pretend like we're up there on the ladder. But we're gonna start right around in here because that's where that sheet goes to. It's kind of hard to see. That last sheet goes to, so it'll be right around in here. But I'll set my other piece up there. And we'll have this over top of it going off the building, and while I'm running this along the building, the pin will be marking on my plastic, my clear plastic, giving me my line that I need to cut on. I mean, it ain't stupid if it works. Surprised that was the only zip tie I found, so I got lucky. But I guess we're gonna cut a piece, go up here and try this contraption out, see how it works. All right, so my little rednecked idea worked, but it doesn't work great because it's a pin trying to ride on that flimsy plastic. So I did go ahead and cut that one. I went ahead and screwed it down. I know, I probably shouldn't have. There's like almost a 3/8 to a ½ inch gap between the the shop and the roof of the carport on that piece. I'm about to go inside and see if I can steal a Sharpie. I think that would work better. It would glide easier on it, and I wouldn't have to keep going back and forth trying to get my line to actually mark, as long as I wiped off the end of the plastic before I tried to mark it on it. I think the Sharpie would be my best bet. Give me a little bit closer gap. So, but here's what she looks like. I got that. There's the one. Got that line where them two meet. Then here's the third one. And it's kind of hard to see it being clear. Yeah. That's the gap. It looks bigger from down here, but it's not. There we go, that's a little bit better view. You know, usually I complain about the wind, but as muggy as it is today, I wish the wind would blow a little bit. But I'm about to go steal that Sharpie I talked about. Hopefully I can find one pretty easily. And then I think my next piece is already go a little better if I can find a Sharpie or some kind of marker, period, really. I might have to find me a new zip tie though, because that might be a little too small on there now. All right, Sharpie acquired, and I didn't quickly find another zip tie, but I found some tape. So let's see if this gives us a little bit smoother line, better lines to try to cut. You know, honestly, that small of a gap up there, I'm not so sure how much water would actually come down. My luck, it'd be a lot, but I don't know. I need to also find a caulk gun. I got some caulk and stuff, but I need to find a caulk gun before I get any further, really, because if I'm gonna put caulking or sealant on that, I'm gonna have to do it as I put the panels up. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to, because I'm not getting up there on top of that clear plastic with all this weight, okay? I mean, shoot, if I got up there, my whole structure might fall, much not even meaning the daggum plastic. But yeah, I need to find a caulk gun before I go any further. Well, just as I was getting an idea of how I was gonna do this, and I feel like it was a pretty good idea. I think the Sharpie was gonna work. I've been looking for a daggum caulk gun for a hot minute, and I ain't found one. I threw one away not too long ago. It was all gummed up and everything, where a tube had busted a little bit out the back. But I guess I'm probably gonna have to call it for the day, because I'm gonna have to get one if I'm gonna put caulking up there. So that cut that day short. We'll see y'all then.